Alrighty, guys, we are back with I suppose this is a grand final of sorts.
Yeah, this is the grand final of the rares only side event.
Yeah, Sunday night rares that we had on nothing but rare cards allowed in these decks, and I think based on what we're seeing here, they're fighting over some YYT socks.
Oh, is that what they are? Oh,
yes.
Socks. No way, that's so cool.
Yeah. So, giving you a bit of a rundown of the matchup, we have got Connor, the control, James, yeah, with a mono ice list against Steve D, who is effectively just playing an Icewind Storm deck again.
Yeah, exactly that. So yeah, Connor making the most of Emina Torgal being rares as well as Jill and Shiva, and running a bit of an Earth package as well with Hugo Titan, and Steve running an Icewind list, making the most of Barrel Eye and Hope being.
Yeah. Do you know what? Taking a walk around the room earlier and just having a look at what people were playing, you know, the biggest shock to me was
what?
Tyro being rare.
Tyro being rare.
That thing is nutty. It's being a rare, but hey ho.
So just having to think how slow we want to do this. So yeah, literally going for Torgal Lightning. So yeah, don't need that Emina because we're sat on your Sail and Duke Large. So you're gonna go for a Nosh Darlin into a. Maybe a Numo, no, Numo is common, Al Hanalem. So, yep, Connor, then I imagine we're just going to play Sail.
Yeah, easy one. Give us the cut. What are we going to search for?
Do we grab an Orphan for the early pressure? A bit of early hand pressure against the Icewind sort of setup deck? Don't mind that, that's quite or Laswell puts on some early pressure as well. Okay, going for the Reno. Okay, so this is one that we can give haste and be able to play a Rude from deck.
Yeah, I was used to tested against this. He beat a legitimate deck with this one. So.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Who was running the legitimate deck?
It was the Mono Lightning one.
Oh yeah.
One, so. Yeah.
So going for Yuri, so it's going to reactivate our FFC characters. So we have to get some of these cards up. There's about a bunch of different Yuris. I do think it's the one. Yes, I do think you're right. So, again, activate 3 or more, and then the big one is that it cannot be chosen by summons or abilities if you control 3 or more. So, yeah, and then going for a Echo, looking at the top card, deciding we want it's Jill. Do I want to keep that? No, sending it to bottom, especially with the absence of Torgal. Do we just see a Duke Log pass?
Yes, it is. There we go. Duke Lag making any sort of comeback in any deck.
Love it. Absolutely love to see that card back. That was a firm favourite of mine way back in the day.
Oh, yeah, you are Mr. Ice himself, so...
Yeah, Duke Large. Look at that haircut, man. You can't deny it. It's an absolute do.
Absolute bowl cut.
Yeah,
his mum did that for him.
It's the goatee as well. So, going for the Terror, grabbing back the Jacobo summon.
Man, half these cards I barely remember.
Yeah, and then when you do this one, you do a party attack with the Cat 6, you can then cast a summon for free.
Well, that's the first hit.
So, free cast Shiva. And then when Yuri attacks you, you get to activate FFC. So, okay, we're sat on the Barrel Eye Hope combo.
There's our
Jill. They'll freeze the Terror.
We're going to go straight in. Oh, we're playing this.
2 for the Sarah.
Interesting. It does mean Snows can no longer be tagged, which is interesting. But we didn't prime right away.
And so we're going to pass. Well, we can't target the. We can't target the Yuri because it's active and also can't be targeted by the Shiva effect. So, yeah, just doing the duel for the body that Dog freezes. I'm going to get passed back on over. So it looks like Steve has hit the Torgal now. So I imagine we'll see that Torgal come down and probably the Evray as well. So here comes the Torgal first. Well, okay, Chocolate first. So... maybe happy that it doesn't necessarily need the Torgal just yet. And here comes the Evray, so we'll get one activation of the Evray. So yeah, Evray is going to be the party piece to sort of get... I think we just saw an Evray in past turn.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in sort of reactivating anything yet. really got anything to play off it, right? So, and we can't even add the counters on Chocolate either.
So we're going to go for 3 for the Reno, and then we'll probably give it haste and attack.
We can't still don't freeze the Yuri out the way though, right?
No, but I guess we are offering the trade. So we'll don't freeze the Terra. This Yuri is an 8k, as is the Reno because of the Duke Log. So Jill is also an 8k, so he's kind of just going to happily offer up a couple of trades. And Steve takes damage and hits a Terra. Jill's going to poke in as well. Hits a Shiva. Okay.
That's a pretty good hit.
Nice. And then passes it on over back to Steve. So we have got Barrel Eye Hope every combo. So do we? It's probably just waiting for the right time to pull the trigger on that. Thinking whether now's the time. So 3, 4. The Barrel Eye. I think you have to do the Barrel Eye first and the Hope.
No,
okay, going for a no.
Now, it's been a while since we've seen this one. I know Jenny used to play this one to great effect. So,
not that one to the right.
This one, that's it.
So whenever a forward you can activate, choose on backup you control activate. So the no and the Every with the Barrel Eye.
Oh, so and the Yuri trigger as well.
So you're getting activation, so that's going to deal 3k. You'll tap to put a thing on it. You'll then be able to attack with Yuri. You can activate your FFC thing, so activate Nono and Arhan Lane.
Yeah, goodbye board.
And then you also get the Nono activation, which I think you chose to do on Chocolate. Yeah. So that's, for those keeping track at home, that is 3 lots of 3k across the board.
It's pretty disgusting. I don't know how Connor deals with this.
I'll tell you how he deals with it. He discards that Earth card from hand and plays Celtius from Limit Break deck.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And he's just drawn a second Earth one as well. So, yep, I imagine we'll see. Well, the other option is, we've got. Do we have? The other option is, do we try and just kill the Barrel Eye now? I don't think we've got another duel. We've got double Shiva in hand. Obviously, can't target this Yuri as it stands. So.
The thing is, how are we killing the Barrel Eye? I just think it's suspicion. It might boil down to having to play into Titan priming, but it doesn't feel great because.
But Steve can pay for it quite easily. Yeah. If you Steve, you probably do.
Yeah, exactly that. We're going into the LB. Is it going to be Surges, perhaps?
So, yeah, maybe we do a Surges, dull the Barrel Eye, and.
No, we're keeping. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, and then I imagine we just hard cast Shiva from hand.
Yeah, I think you're right. Here we go. Goodbye, Terra and Barrel Eye.
And then go to end step and make Steve discard a card. So Torgo has started and Chocolate goes up to 2. So Steve now looking for another copy of Barrel Eye to help him out. Digging for it with the Chocolate draw. Hits the Hope.
Does he have it there, actually?
Well, he's got Hope Pandemonium.
Oh.
So that Pandemonium would have been very nice had the Barrel Eye lived. We're not quite damage 3, so we have got a Benedicta, but we're not going to be able to get the haste trigger on that Benedicta. So we're having a bit of a think about how we go into this. I'll look at LB if there's anything he wants to play of his own. Maybe think about maybe Kuja. Reactivate with the Every. Again, having another look. And so, yeah, it is the Kuja, as said. So we're just going to pay all our backups to play the Kuja. And I think it was a Kuja pass. So Steve hoping to buy himself some time to draw into the Every, keeping his cards in hand. Now, I like Titan at this stage, because it was like, fine, you can keep hold of your Kuja, but you're going to have to discard 3 cards in hand. Granted, you'll get double freeze actually off the Kuja, so maybe that changes my mind ever so slightly. But it keeps the Ice Wind behind.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think Steve would probably be quite okay with that interaction, because you can just dull, obviously, the...
But I do like the Titan here because it stops the Kuja from dulling the Titan out of the way.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try and do it preemptively, though.
Okay, and then we're going to... I wonder if we Zalera first. It's a toggle. I wonder if we now just Zalera on the Kuja.
Yeah, looks like we're going for it.
So, yeah, we will get a chance to freeze. And we'll freeze the Shiva. I think so. Looks like Connor's got Ice Yuna in hand. And I think we're going to be just something here. And I wonder if we'll see Celtius come down now.
Always weird to see this Zalera as well.
Yeah.
Since what it used to be a hero.
Yeah, but it was reprinted in 15 to become a rare?
Yeah.
And yeah, Connor now putting down this Celtius, hoping to stonewall Steve with this Celtius. So this is the new card from this set. Hero LB1, 5 CP. Doesn't take damage from summons or abilities. And I believe cannot be broken. Or cannot be broken by abilities that deal damage. Let's get it up on the screen for you here. So if it's dealt damage, it becomes 0 instead. And it also can't be broken that don't deal damage. So basically, only dies to combat damage.
Yeah, pretty nutty 9k to get around as well, just based on those abilities.
And Steve opting to get this Hope on board and getting some reactivations. We're going to go in for Kuja again. So this Kuja becomes really strong with Hope, because Hope says whenever a forward your opponent controls becomes dull by an ability, you freeze it as well. So Kuja can dull. Yeah, you don't need to do this now, Steve. I think you can wait. And then Hope will dull and freeze.
Yeah. I mean, it's some extra couple of attacks we can now squeeze in.
Maybe he's hoping to squeeze poking with the every.
Yeah.
So I guess we could actually that's a good point, because Hope will also trigger, because can we just get the Hope open again? So reactivated 2, and then the Hope will also trigger. So this is what they're clarifying? When a dark character is active due to some of these to characters you control activate. The Hope's only once per turn, that's why. So he did do that right at the start with the Every.
But still, the Yuri trigger reactivating those FFCCs are pretty nice.
Yeah, really nice. We're going in again. So Steve just piling on the pressure and saying, look, here's my board. I've frozen you out. You deal with it. And we've got an Every. We've got 5 hands. 5 cards in hand, including a Benedicta. Steve in a very strong position here. You've frozen the board out. Benedicta's going to come down, going to have haste, and is probably going to prime into the Garuda. Let's get this Ice Yuna up. So Connor's got a Yuna in hand. So this is an Ice Yuna. I believe this will dull and freeze all forwards other than Yuna. Something of that ilk. It does something... Oh yeah, they select one forward they control, and they dull and freeze all the others.
Seems to be putting on a best Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think you've got to play their unit here, because otherwise you are at risk of facing lethal. So yeah, now getting Steve to the side. So you pick which one you keep. So Surges become dull frozen, Hope will become dull frozen.
I think you've got to keep Yuri for attacks, right?
Yeah. Don't forget as well, you will be able to do some reactivation with Hope on your next turn anyway. So it's not completely out of the woods. If I'm Connor, I do think I'm probably doing LB Kuja as well here. It just protects us against this Benedicta Garuda that's coming down next turn. I think you have to. LB Kuja here.
Yeah, he's thinking it.
It's going to cost us the rest of our LB deck. I think he might pass here.
It's going to be rough. Both are only on 3 damage apiece, though. Could we take this time and pass?
I think if we do, I think we're dead. Because we'll attack with the. We'll use Evray. Hope will reactivate 2 characters. So I'll activate Hope. We'll activate Hope and Surgis. The Yuri will be up, so you have 3 attackers. And then you play Benedict Garuda, so that will have HL 4 attackers, and you're able to bounce 2 things to hand. Yeah. So barring any EX burst to help Connor out, that could be game.
He did pass. He tapped to lag there for a moment, but...
Wow, okay. So is he going to be punished?
What EXs? I don't think there are any in his list, right? Not that we have that list.
Steve drew double Garuda.
Oh, no way!
No way.
Oh, is that just saved Connor?
No way. No, we don't know what numbers he's on. We haven't got deck list for this event. But man, if there is only 2 copies of Garuda.
Did the gods of just smile on Connor?
Wow. You've got to assume by the fact that it's not been sort of slapped down.
Yeah, they have got to be the only copies, right?
Wow.
Where's Phoenix when you need her, right?
Gee whiz, Joshua, yeah. Well, I think he's not got Talk Online, so he couldn't even play the Joshua if he had it. Oy.
Rough, man. That's rough.
So, yeah, I hope it's going to trigger. It's going to reactivate Kuja and the Chocolate. So, with that being said, do we then choose, do we just pay 5 for the Garuda, reactivate our backups, play the Benedicta, play them as separate forwards, build a bit of a body board? Okay, deep sigh of relief. He does have the Garuda.
Okay, so it's not necessarily all bad.
Yeah. And really easy here. You attack with Garuda, you bounce Surgis and Celtius. Get them gone. I'm trying to think about ordering here. So yeah, Hope is once per turn, and we have done the Hope trigger. We did it on the Kuja and Chocolate. I do wonder if, so we attack with Garuda, bounce Celtius Surges. Still thinking?
I think we're going to dull freeze it first.
I don't think it's going to be a dull freeze. I think it's just going to be a dull. No, it is a dull. Oh, no, sorry, you're right. This is a 2CP dull and freeze, and if it deals damage. Oh, so actually, Earth sat here thinking Connor might be facing down lethal, hiding a cheeky little Shiva in his hand.
I mean, he was definitely facing down lethal. I don't think we can deny that fact.
Yeah, so...
so many... Why, Iceman, is there so many cards named Shiva?
You are correct. This is the correct one. So, yeah, choose one for dull it and freeze it, and during this turn, if it deals damage to a forward or player, the damage becomes 0. Yuri's going to come in. I feel like you just take this, right? There's no reason not to take this.
Yeah, I mean...
And then the Nano trigger activates Chocolate. So we'll just see what happens here. Just having a think. Connor's going to block with the Yuna. So take the trade, so both 8k. Steve, not sad about that because he has a Yuri in hand, so he gets some value back on his Yuri.
Yeah, I see my Yuri and raise me another.
And just get the Yuri open again. It just activates FFC characters. Okay, yeah. So just the Al-Hanalem and Noshdalan. Discard for turn, is it? I think it might have been discard for turn.
Still feels like Connor
what you got?
Very much on the back foot though, but he is finally getting to reactivate with his...
Facing 2 balls, Connor's drawn... The thing is, Connor is sat with double Shiva in hand and he's just clogging up his hand. Although, to be fair to him, Steve is in the exact same position with double Garuda.
Yeah. It's when the Chaos Gods both smile and frown at the same time.
Yeah. Turn that frown upside down.
don't think there's going to be anything in LB that really helps you push through here.
Well, Kuja. You get into a weird game of Kuja tennis.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, you also do need to think about keeping the Garuda down, right?
The issue with Kuja tennis as well is that if you're Connor, your Kujas are just weaker than your opponent's because your opponent has hope.
Yeah, but he has Duke Lag, so, you know.
Yeah. You're not...
Depends on where the power's coming from. That's all I'm saying.
But I will say... The power of your opponent's forwards mean absolutely sod all when they're sideways.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
So we're going to go into attacks, and I think Kuja is going to dull the Shiva, I imagine. Okay, now opting for the Celtics. And then the Hope will freeze.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, where's that freeze come from? Forget about the Hope. I think we do.
Because the hope isn't during... Because the Hope during... I don't think it was during just your turnos.
I think so.
Yes. Should know this.
To be honest, I can see that Connor's got the Orphan in hand there. I'm really surprised we haven't maybe gone with that. Because that could...
Yeah, it's not once per turn on the dog freeze, which is really nice.
Yeah, but I'm surprised the Orphan isn't played in order just to maybe strip some resources from Steve's hand. Mm-hmm. And again, like as you said earlier, we probably got to think about the Kuja. If that Garuda gets on the attack, we could be in a spot of bother.
Well, we have to play... I feel like we have to LB Kuja just to try and stem this Garuda, because the problem is, this Garuda, once it gets attacking, you know, you're in a very tough spot. Bouncing Surges and Celtius and see ya.
Yeah.
LB cards go into break zone.
I mean, I hope these guys don't take too long, though, because we still do have our top cut.
We do indeed. Yeah, we may not have time to do an interview with the winner of this, only because we have to go straight into the top cut. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a quick look on the round timer for rares, and I may just dip off and see if I can get some of our top 4 players ready for the final. So
sure.
I'll leave you in Fisher's capable hands.
Good luck with that one. Yeah. Both looking pretty chocker on the board, though. Steve D now on play. Can he get through here? We've only got Surges and Laswell as our blockers. And again, it doesn't look like Connor's sat on any sort of sneaky traps in hand this time. I think there may be one Shiva in there. But I could be wrong. Other than the 7-drop ones, Jacko's back. What's the good word, Jacko?
Well, we've got 8 minutes, but our top 4 players, they're kind of all gathered, but a few of them are just having some food and stuff, so I thought I would let them have the break, and we can catch up with them after this game concludes.
Yeah, so it does look like we do have a Summon Shiva in Connor's hands, and the Garuda's probably not going to get to attack again.
Yeah. So, and here it comes.
Yeah. Another dog freeze, no damage it will deal.
This Kuja Hope is such a potent combination.
Imagine we'd have Barrel Iron in this as well. I don't...
Disgusting.
Yeah, crazy.
You can see why Steve is exo. So, yeah, for those viewers that have tuned in and thinking, what, the grand final is the weird ice wind playing only rares, your eyes don't deceive you. So we are, this is our side event for today, Sunday Night Rares. And this is the grand final of that. So there's just been 4 rounds of Swiss based on the number of players they had. And these were the only 2 exos going into the final round. And I do think...
This is all she wrote?
Well, it's not quite. We're at 6.
Oh, Connor holding on.
Holding on by the scruff of the neck. His entire board is done on Frozen. And Steve, just for the giggles, has put 5 counters on Chocolate.
Well, I mean, you can reactivate it so often. You can get multiple draws here.
Connor's still sat with 2 Shiva in hand.
Try winning there in chat just saying, ice players have no chill. They just gas. I mean, this is a little bit of a different deck than what you might explain, you know, again, being that it's all rares.
Yeah. Steve is checking it. Wait, did you prime? He did not. He did hard cast the Shiva.
Yeah. And you cannot prime again because little Unbeknownst to Steve, the 2 Shiva are already in the hand as well.
Yeah,
So
couldn't even do it if he wanted to.
exactly. I think this is probably over though. I think we can give the win to Steve
3
potentially
cast.
here.
Kind of determined not to go down. I mean, he can play the Yuna here. It will dull freeze everything bar one thing. But
And then it's
you got to question what the final outcome is going to be.
Well, I still, my money's on Steve here, unfortunately. It does.
Oh, I'm with you. I think Steve has definitely got the driver's seat. Dull freeze is doing.
Yeah, and with the activations as well.
Yeah.
I think the Mono Ice is in a very bad matchup for this one.
Well, Connor just needed another copy of Zalera to deal with his hope. This hope has been allowed to hang around too long.
Yeah.
Dealt too much value.
Oh, we do have the Hand Trap Umaro, though.
So yeah, it's Connor finally had enough of that hope. Getting rid of it now.
That's a new card.
Yeah, so this is a discard from hand, pay 3 to break a dull forward. But Steve's hand.
He got the power line. Oh no, this is brutal.
Okay, well we've gone for we pulled the trigger on the Kuja. Oh, Connor, what's that Victoria doing in your LB deck? That's not a rare.
It's fine as long as it's not played.
And Connor's good.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there it is. So guys, we will take a short break now, and we will be back with you with the grand final.
Oh yeah, Steve had top deck Hope Barrel.
Yeah, but yeah, we will be back with the grand final of the main event of Cactimania. Let's see who takes away that championship belt.
Don't go anywhere.
Exactly. Back soon.